Good morning. It is Sunday, July maybe 9th, somewhere around there. So here we're on a fence line trail. Just to show you what happens in a season, like this is probably not even a year, less than a year, right? So here's how we like to keep it open, and then this is all overgrown. So this needs to get cleaned up in here, and then when we get down here more, yeah, you can see, it wasn't this bad in the beginning of this season, right? But this is all bent over. It was probably snow damage. It was bent over, and I think it's got a bunch of grapevines on it, which probably weigh it down. And then we got all this rose or raspberries or something growing through the fence here. So like this is unpleasant. I drove through here to mow the grass here. So we have a brush pile right here. It looks like we're actually going to need a pole saw to get in here and clean out a bunch of this stuff. And then we'll need the brush cutter along the base. But yep, that's what happens when you don't maintain on a regular basis, So we'll see if maybe today we'll do that. Here's another section of trail that seems to have not fared well over the winter. We got a bunch of trees here, probably from snow load. They got bent over. This fence line was marginal at best before, and that has tipped over, so like all the way down in there we're not haven't been able to get to. So we'll have to get a pole saw, chainsaw, clean up some of that. Yeah, so we got some work to do. Okay, here's another section you can kind of see. Let's show you. That's a nice mowed path with some, on the right we have some tall grasses and wildflowers. You can see the fence has collapsed towards that side. So there's a fence that is collapsed all in through here. So now the issue is, like, I gotta clean that up, but there's a fence somewhere buried in there. So makes it a little bit more challenging. And this side over here obviously has gotten pretty closed in, a lot of overgrowth stuff. So some more work to do. Alright, we took the pole saw. You can see we cleaned up quite a bit along here. I think there's a big spot over here we cleaned up. Yeah, mostly some bent over branches, but a lot of like this I had to really clean up here. You can see. A lot of those grapevines is what really was doing. This is all grapevines up in here. Just lays on top of all the branches and weighs it down. So it's a big brush pile now. And we cleaned up some overhanging things through here. And then over here was the very narrow point. And you can see the shrub is actually way back here, but all these grapevines just lay on top and bend over all the branches. So those are all in that pile now. And along the fence line you can see we got a lot of, I don't know if they're raspberries or roses or whatever, but I just took the pole saw and just trimmed off the far reaching ones so I can get through here without getting injured. So that's where we are. It's a little bit of pole saw work for today. Definitely needs to come back with the brush cutter on this side and the brush cutter on this side, but at least I'll be able to get the mowing deck back through here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a break, go have some lunch, maybe go swim a little bit, check out our firewood project. Got some other things to do.